Hello, hello. This is Ron here, and allow me to welcome you to our religious affinity group's fundraising system. And we're really passionate about funding the missions. We actually own a foundation with my wife for the last 22 years. It's an artistic ministry, preaching the word and leading thousands to Christ for all these years, and we're very excited to present you this new fundraising platform that we've put together. And it actually started 21 years ago. I accepted Christ 39 years ago, but 21 years ago, I became a webmaster. And that's when we started the fundraising projects, and it's been evolving. And 12 years ago, we launched a project called Mission Prosperity. So we really receive from the Lord, believe the calling to set up this platform for missions and their ministries. So it could be made perhaps for your organization, and it's really to reach out to the help ministries to reach out to the world to preach the gospel. And so whether you're a band leader, you may have thousands of fans on Facebook, but you're monetizing a little bit, but with our system, you'll see it's very, very easy, and you're going to be able to increase your donations and you're participating in fundraising. So, and simplifying them. So here we got, there's all kinds of donations, churches and situations here for helping families, and that's what we're really about, is to bring help missionaries out there worldwide to, be able to, live the calling that the Lord has given them, reach their destiny that God's ordained them to do, and without having any financial burden. And yet we know that in fundraising we're asking people to give to us, but here the word in 2 Corinthians 9:7, it says that every man should give, what he's decided in his heart. And to be God, He loves cheerful givers. Now, what's really nice about our fundraising is that we are being generous to donators. So, which we're helping to cheer their heart. So they want to give because they're getting something in return. They're getting very, very valuable tools, and these are just some of them. We have for the $10 a month, our $10 membership, which pays you 100% to your Christian ministry. It has premium online hosting, and that in itself is worth $10 a month. You have a lot of responder newsletter system, and then again, you have many companies doing this online, and they are $20 a month to $30 a month. And here we include ours for that same $10 a month. Splash pages, capture pages, all kinds of tools, even the professional library of videos that teaches people there's thousands of videos on all kinds of subjects for marketing online, setting up their Twitter, their YouTube, their Facebook, learning how to promote themselves, and all kinds of great valuable tools and videos, And on the 7th, well, we got software, WordPress plugins, and internet marketing tools, and all those are easily on downloadable links once people participate with you, easily on an easy $10 monthly membership here. They have access to all these tools. So again, the monthly membership is pays you a 100% profit in your PayPal, and that's very good. For those who are not aware, PayPal's the biggest online credit card processor, and why they're so liked is because when donators or people are going to be giving to you, okay, PayPal hides their credit card, so it really secures people to shop online with PayPal, and that's why we've chosen PayPal as the main processor. So we're not MLM, multi-level marketing. All the profits are paid directly to you. And we do have a profitable 50-50 profit sharing which has infinity profits for you. And it's like a new team leverage concept, if you want, But it's not paid on multi-level because you always receive the 100%. But on a 50-50 split, that makes it very, very unique. Now, do you know the story of the little boy's penny? Because before I explain you our 50-50 traffic and profit split, it's important that I explain this to you. So it's about this smart little gentleman who was actually a boy, and he was ready to work for only a penny a day. So, but he had only one condition: is he wants that penny to double every day. So the girl beside him thought she was making a good deal and hiring him for a month, but when she saw the chart that this little guy did, she was kind of worried here because obviously the penny that doubles for 31 days becomes over $21 million. And we don't want to say that in 31 days you're going to earn $21 million, but what we do want to say is that our system not only doubles but has the potential of tripling and quadrupling and more of your donations to infinity. And you'll see this explanation. Now, this concept is really started about 70 years ago. After World War II, many companies did not have income to pay for managers. So what they did is they were telling their managers, "Look, I'm going to, allow us to give you some new salespeople. You're going to train them, and you'll receive 50-50 split from their first 5 or 10 sales." So it's still today one of the biggest compensation structure used worldwide, and they're like literally thousands of life insurance companies that actually still use this. So it's a proven concept, and yet what we've done is we've brought this a little step further, where that 50-50 profit sharing, we actually created an exclusive infinity fundraising twist for your nonprofit organization, your Christian church, and your ministry. Or so this is how it works. Just before I explain you, though, I wanted to confirm that the master reselling right packages that we've been speaking to you about on just a previous video, this is not affected by the 50-50 split. This here, you receive the full 100%, never splitting anything. So if you actually bring in if your nonprofit organization or church, you have 1,000 members, well, you could earn 100,000 if they all give you the $100 package. Now, obviously, if you're just 100 members, well, you can just remove the zero and remove the zero here. So, but these are just an example here, okay? It's basically to show you that this does not affect your master reselling right profits, which you keep from all the sales. So whether it's the $100 sale, the $50 master reselling right package, the $25, or as low as $10, you're keeping all of it. So here, our $10 monthly membership is, again, a simple 50-50 profit sharing. Everybody really can understand that. And just for your information, we also have a separate video for laymen, people that are not necessarily in churches or ministries, and so that they can see a separate video presentation. So here, for you who are a minister of the word, perhaps a pastor, a bishop, and you have an organization. Let's see that we give the same example as above, that you bringing in 1,000 members, okay, from your organization. Well, you would actually keep 500 of them that pay you the $10, which give you a $5,000 monthly residual income. Now, where's the other 500? Well, that actually is split 50-50 with the person who referred you here. So now here's yet the very, very interesting aspect for multiplication for your nonprofit, for your church ministry. Is from the 500 that you're keeping, okay, we teach them with our simple copy-paste system, which actually they get that in the $10 master reselling right. There's 2 videos of about 45 minutes, and actually Sam, you and I did those videos together, if I recall.
Yes, Ron, we did that.
Yeah, yeah, and it's very straightforward, and the videos are very detailed, and they will show your members and everybody actually how you can go online on Facebook, and we have all the pre-written chat messages, and in 2 hours they could sign up 4 members who signed up. Okay, and we've done it, we've proved it, so it works. So the 500 members here, okay, who you're keeping, okay, who refer for, that means that's a total of 2,000 members, right, Pastor Sam?
Yes,
Because
sir.
if Yeah, because if you take the 500 members, multiply that by 4, it gives you
4.
2,000. Yet you actually keep half of those for your nonprofit, for your church ministry, and the other 1,000 is going to these 500 members. Now, again, these 1,000, the same thing happened to them. Those 1,000 that were given up to you as a 50-50 profit sharing for your ministry, well, those 2,000, the same thing. If they use our copy paste training and they go out, they could easily refer 4 members. The fact that they only make one sale, they get all their money back, is very, very convincing for members to participate in this, because make one sale and get all your money back. So the 2,000 becomes 4, becomes 8, becomes 16. And Pastor Sam, you could confirm here, this is not a multi-level marketing, because these here are always transferred or passed up to their group, whether it's a ministry, a church, and and yet this here, Pastor Sam, has the potential of multiplying to infinity, right?
Very true. So true, Brother Ron.
So it's really there's no limits, and we see the Lord's hand on this project. Helping pastors and ministers from all over the world, because this is a worldwide concept. We because they're all digital products, we can do this worldwide. So again, just to confirm here, I was talking to you that everybody could easily bring in 4 members. Well, I actually tested this about a month and a half ago with a new little concept of traffic. Actually, uh, one of the tools we're promoting here. And in only 2 hours, I was on Facebook with, I have over 4,000 friends, but I reached out people who don't know me, and I don't know them either. And with my easy copy paste system, I brought in 4 members. So when I gave you that example above, this was what could happen to an individual. So perhaps you may be a pastor and you can bring in your 100 members or 1,000 members, but this is a little explanation that shows you, if you only bring in 1 member, if you bring in only 1 member, okay, and they refer 4 members, always the same little explanation, okay. Well, that means that these 4 members, the first member you bring in, you keep. The 4 members that that person brings in, well, 2 goes up to you. So we just made it on a smaller scale so that it would help you understand the concept, how it works. So here, only 1 referral for your church, and they use our copy paste system. They bring in 4. That could be like 1 a week, or if they just take 2-3 hours in the month, they can get those results. So 2 go up to you. Now these 2, if the second month they do the same and they also bring in their 4 members, then that becomes 4, and it becomes 8. And after 12 times, this totals 81,000 members, a potential of 81,000 members. And at the $10 each, well, this we're talking here of a monthly residual income of close to $82,000. And this is only with 1 referral. You've brought in 1 referral who actually used our pre-written chat messages, went on Facebook, they got 4, so they gave you 2, and then the 2 become 4. And so this is an example of only one example. Now, Pastor Sam, the reason also why we're showing this is we wanted pastors and worship leaders and ministers of the word here to understand that the more their members are going to be able to earn income, they're going to increase their income, they're going to be able to give more to their church. Could you elaborate on that, please?
Yes, that's a very, very good point, Brother Ron. And I, for one, growing up in a village where we had missionaries and coming to the United States as a missionary, I know what it is on both sides and what it takes even to run a mission is that it takes funding. And when Brother Ron shared this, I thought it was a very, very fantastic way of training people. You know, even as we send our missionaries from here to other parts of the world, but if we can show them this simple system, just starting with one member, and we watch and grow, we plant that seed. We see to it by God's grace, because God, you know, Mark chapter 4, we
Mhm.
do what we can, then God waters the seed,
Sure.
and we can see that seed grow exponentially to these figures that we're talking about here. Of course, one of the things that the Bible talks about is patience. We have to be patient with one another, and we have to be patient with the process as we work with it. But this is just mind blowing for boggling for me. Like I
Mm.
said, being a missionary here and teaching missionaries, it is just something that will short will cut short, so to speak, the period in as far as fundraising is concerned. Not fundraising, we want to call it charity giving. We want to call it maybe when people come together and give. And like the text that Brother Ron read from Second Corinthians, God loves a cheerful giver. We
Mhm.
don't want people to give when they're not happy because there's no increase in that giving. But when
Sure.
they give, when they're cheerful, then there's a lot of increase. And this is this what we presenting to you does. Whether you're like Brother On has said, or you're a pastor, you're a youth choir or a
Mhm.
choir of the church or musician, and you want to fundraise, this will bring in cheerful giving. Thank you, Brother On.
Sure. Well, thank you so much. We have Brother Rob, who's a really, really professional online and offline marketer. And he actually mentioned to me, says, Ron, when I see this, I see Jesus on the mount where he actually took the little boy's fish and bread and he multiplied it. So
Correct.
in the natural, obviously, even the apostles could not believe that Jesus was able to feed, the thousands of people with that little lunch. But he did it.
So true.
And Jesus can actually take our humble offering and multiply it. And we've just, by prayer soaking, we've put up this little concept for ministers who has this concept that is really biblically founded, because it's really founded on the word, and give and it shall come back to you, right? Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, be rolling over into your bosom. And this is all about, accomplishing the word, because as we're splitting that 50-50, Pastor Sam, we're really giving, we're sowing a donation into the person who referred us. And
So
that in
true.
its yes, and that in itself is extremely a biblical concept in uh, putting it in an application that works for the kingdom of God, bringing for kingdom building purposes, and which works very effectively. So, there's serious income ahead for you, and we encourage you to watch the next video below, which actually talks to you about the, um, the products, because Sam, it's really great to talk about fundraising, and for Christian pastors and non and ministers, but if the product is not in a product that's in demand, it just won't kick off. And I'm so glad to see that Mike joined us, because you weren't able to be there. Mike, are you available to unmute your mic? I would like to present you. You're an IT specialist. You're a graduate in IT for close to 40 years, and internet marketing, IT computers, and all that. Kindly give an overview here for pastors and ministers that they can understand your, about the product and close off this presentation for us, please.
Yes, thank you very much, Ron. Look, the everything that has been explained and proposed to you inside of this presentation is completely awesome. It's has been built on a real solid platform, and the application will bring you an endless way to get some money and to get some fundraising, and you will be able to share this to all of your brothers, and this will bring you some new income, and this will help your brothers also to get some new money, some new fund income directly into your bank account. Thank you, Ron. And technically speaking, those tools has been tested. They're solid. They're robust. And on top of this, we did lots of training videos that will be really helpful for you to install those and use those. You do not need to be an internet guru or an internet IT engineer. Somebody who is able to send an email will be able to use our program on the Facebook platform. Thank you, Rob.
Absolutely, and you just reminded me that that Sam, I'd like you to. This is such an important aspect because we have the closed Facebook group. Once they sign up, they'll be in our group. And the other thing is we have a group just for pastors, and Christian affinity groups, and to give support. And in there, we're giving links on daily basis, inviting them to our daily Google Hangout presentations. And that in itself is a valuable concept. Now, one of the things I'd like you to tell pastors here and Christian leaders is the fact that we could also record a branded private video for a pastor or for a worship leader, a band leader who's leading a band for Christ. Kindly develop that, the value of that, helping ministers here.
Yes, and let me just go back to what you said. And since this is a very, very important fact,
it truly
I
is.
know myself dealing with pastors. Many pastors have had their fingers burned by these MLM companies that have come in with a product that looked very genuine, but at the end of it all, the members got hurt. And what we're having here is it's something that is very different, that fits the member than the church. And what Brother Ron has just said is so critical in that you don't have to sell, you don't have to explain anything. With your own branded Google Hangout, we'll be able to explain this product for you. That even as members go to your church website or wherever they want to go, that you give them that video, which is branded to your music group, to your youth group, they'll be able to hear all the explanation that they need to. And if there are any questions that you have, we'll always be here to support you and to make sure that everything goes well in as far as your fundraising venture is concerned. Back to you, Ron.
Thank you. Well, we encourage you to soak this in prayer. And do your due diligence. Maybe get in touch with some of your counselors in your ministry and share this with them, so that because perhaps the Lord has a plan here and a purpose for you to collaborate with us, that we could help your ministry, and we'd be honored and blessed to be able to do that. So again, we thank you for being here with us, and we invite you again to continue your little tour on the website, go down, watch the other videos, or simply get back to the person who referred you here on this website. If it's not their branded website, it's our generic website, because we have three of them. We have the church's buzz, the charitable buzz, and the bootcampbuzz.com, which are totally generic. And so perhaps the person who referred you here hasn't had the time to set up all their branded site. But if it's the case, they gave you the link to maybe their PayPal address, email so that you could order your package, but kindly make sure, get in touch with them. And if you would like to be in touch with us to discuss before, just get back with them, and you'll be able to be in touch with us and discuss the possibility of strategizing your fundraising campaigns with our easy, fun, and lucrative platform. Again, thanks. God bless you in Jesus' name. Bye for now.